Hello everybody, my name is Minnie Myers and I'm going to be doing a Q&A. So I'm going to be answering some people's questions. Big, small, whatever questions. So let's go ahead and get into it. We have about 15 or 16 questions here to get through. The first question comes from Dipsy Plays and he says, "What got you into FNAF?" That's a very difficult question to answer because there's multiple answers to that one question. And it's been a while, so I don't exactly remember what got me into FNAF. But I will say this. I think some of the things that greatly, pushed my interest of it forward would have been the MatPat Theory videos, and the Markiplier videos, most likely. Those were kind of the biggest things. But what got me into those, and, kind of made me see those, were my cousin was a FNAF fan at the time. He's not so much now, but I saw him watching stuff and I got interested in it and it kind of developed from there. So I started watching stuff, and then when the plushes, the Funko plushies came out, I bought Freddy and that. I just wanted all those, so that kind of kept me interested in it, and the rest is, as they say, history. Now the next question comes from Dodo Plush Productions, a very, very cool guy. And he asks, "What is my favorite FNAF plush YouTuber?" Now, you might think, oh, well, I would probably answer Dodo Plush Productions because he's Dodo Plush. But I will be fair. Growing up, I always watched one channel, and I loved this channel. I watched their videos over and over. Mario Muffet Adventures. Their plush videos were so good. And I loved their FNAF plush hunting videos. Those were amazing. I watched even just their Christmas giveaway videos. Even if I was not in the giveaway, I would watch them. They were just entertaining. They were some of my favorite things, and that was another thing that helped me get into FNAF was Mario Muffet Adventures. I loved those videos so much, and I wish they came back, but they don't, so yeah. The next question comes from Landon, and he wants to know, who is Grandpa Brown? Here he is. Now the next three questions are pretty much the same questions, so they all come from JSC, Red and Family Fun, and I Just Roll. I think that's how you say the last guy's name. If I messed up, then my bad, but it's alright. Okay, so they're wondering what my favorite FNAF game is. And to answer that shortly, I don't really have an answer. It's between... Okay, I love all four of the first games. But I would personally put the first game at the bottom of the list. I love it to death, but it's not my favorite. But my number one, it could be any of the other three. FNAF 3 is severely overhated. I love that game. If I had to choose one, if I just had to choose one, I would say Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is my favorite FNAF game. It's got, to answer JSC's why, it's got ambiance, it's the scariest game, it's one of the most difficult, but it's still manageable. It has unique mechanics, a unique look, lots of lore. It's got just about everything you would want from a FNAF game. So that's my answer, and my reasoning for the answer as well. The next question comes from Vanity Bubble, and he wants to know if I like BFDI. Well, I don't know what it is, so I can't say if I like it or not. Now, the next question, I don't know how to pronounce the name, so I'm not going to try to, but they say, what do you think is the best scrapped FNAF merch and the worst scrapped merch? And for the best, I'm going to say the Ballora prototype plush that was never released, because that thing genuinely looks amazing, and the real Ballora plush looks horrible. So, yeah, why did they make it like they did, with her arms coming out of her neck, and her, like, flat, like, tube-looking body? I really don't know, but they did. And for the worst, FNAF unreleased merch, I would have to say the prototype McFarlane sets. I believe those were real. I actually might be wrong on if those were even real or not, but I think they were. And wow, that logo on those was absolutely just, yeah, it just was. So that's my answer to that. Raphael wants to know, what jump scare do you think is the coolest? I'm gonna think about this one really hard, and Emerald Dragon 24 wants to know, what is your favorite FNAF animatronic? And I got one word for you. Or actually, like, a few. I always come back.
I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to make it hurt.
Yeah, that's my answer. Mr. Springtrap himself. Not Scraptrap, the Springtrap. Cause look at him. He's a rotting corpse. He's got the coolest design. He's got the most lore. He's the main character. From that Sir Mogwai lad, he wants to know who's my favorite between the OG 4. My question? Not my question. What am I talking about? My answer is Bonnie. I love me Bonnie because he's scrawny. And that's about it. I love Bonnie. Rabbit Yoshi wants to know, what do I like about FNAF games? Pretty much everything. And there is a reason that I like the OG FNAF games over the newer ones. The newer ones are cool. But I think they're too corporate. Like, they're too big, the FNAF, okay, FNAF works best as a low budget, self-created, small horror game. That's why those first 6 games are absolutely incredible. From FNAF 1 through FNAF Pizzeria Simulator, they have so much mystery, so much ambiance and care put into them. Every little detail truly means something. And it's just absolute perfection, made by one guy who was struggling to have any money. He decided to give it one shot and created what we have now. It's absolutely beautiful what he created. JSC wants to know, what can we expect from Five Nights at Freddy's 1987? That is a stop motion or action figure film that I'm making and should come out between, if I'm being honest, between March and like June. I don't think it'll be March anymore. It's taking too long, but that's a good thing. So what you can expect is a lot of passion, like from me, that I've been a fan of FNAF forever, so I'm putting a lot of passion into my own lore, into the editing process, and making sure everything looks as good as I can possibly get it to look. I have spent now a month just editing audio. I have not filmed anything yet, but I've spent a month making sure the audio of the film, every single word, every sound effect, is completely edited in. Like, everything has been completely added and sounds good. There's fades, audio effects, transitions, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of work being put in to make everything sound good, and eventually everything will look good. So I expect everything to be super polished, super edited well, and cleaned before I get it out, and that's the main thing you can expect. The next question comes from It's Me Yessa, and they want to know, what made me start making videos and lives? Lives I can answer pretty quickly. That was all Dodo Plush Productions. I watched his, and I realized I should. Actually, I think specifically it was because his audio was messing up, and like I decided like, oh, well, I'll just go live. And then after that, I just kept doing it, and now it's the best thing I do on my channel. So there's that. Videos though, I've been making videos on YouTube since 2017, not on this channel, but Basically, I just did it for fun. In 2020, I did it because I was bored because of COVID, and that turned into this. So I'm gonna start taking videos. Well, I can't talk. Videos more seriously now, because I can. So I'm gonna try to make like one video a week, live stream a few times a week. But yeah, like one video a week, but I spend time working on it. Splatter Studios wants me to tell them about Horror Club. So Horror Club is a club of people that like horror. Um, I kind of founded the idea back in 2022, and then it turned into like a Discord server. And I've left multiple times because of a lot of arguments and dumb drama. And it's back. And last but not least, from Bonnie's World, he wants to know, what is my favorite FNAF plush? That one is quite difficult to answer. I have many favorites, but if I had to choose one favorite, you would think it'd be maybe Shadow Freddy, Golden Freddy, Lolbit. But for me, it's Nightmare Cupcake. I have a big attachment to that plushie. I always wanted it when I was little, or when I was getting into Five Nights at Freddy's, and it took me years to get it, and when I finally got it, I was in love with it. And it's probably my favorite. It's the one I have the most attachment to, so. And last, number 2, but certainly not least, we have DG Vids. Pretty cool guy. But he wants to know, when am I making He's a Ghost? For anyone who doesn't know, He's a Ghost is a Scream fan film I've wanted to make, and it's been going on almost 4 years since I originally wrote it. And all I can answer that with is, I don't know. I really don't. I'm not canceling it at all. I'm never going to do that. But timing's not right. I don't really have the stuff I need to do it with. Maybe another year or two, if I'm being hopeful. I hope to have it out before 2030. That's about as good as I can get right now. So, yeah. And that's basically it. So thank everybody that put in questions for me to answer, and I answered them. And most of them were FNAF, a couple weren't. But you get the idea. So, that's about it. I wish I had cheesecake.